the Miami Heat select Dwayne Wade from Marquette University.
Miami didn't know what it was getting when Dwayne Wade arrived in 2003. All we knew was he wasn't LeBron James or Carmelo Anthony or Chris Bosh. We found out quickly, though, because he introduced us to that blinding crossover. Because he enjoyed exploding to the rim the most when there was a defender in his way. Because it took him all of one playoff game to prove he loved the enormous moments.
Here is Wade. Yes! With 1.3 to go. The rookie Dwayne Wade.
Wade didn't even know what Miami was getting. He was almost discovering his basketball genius just as we were. It was Shaquille O'Neal who helped Wade recognize his superstar potential. And fortunately for Miami, Wade was a quick study.
And the Miami Heat are champions of the basketball world!
In his third year in the league, Wade put together a finals performance for the ages, bringing a basketball championship to a city that still had a handshake relationship with the sport, despite passionate 90s playoff runs from Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, and company. Wade turned that into a smothering embrace, and for the rest of his time here, Miami never let go.
And Dwayne Wade cannot get up off the deck. He is in a lot of pain.
Wade fought through shoulder and knee and hamstring pain. He captured a scoring title. He made transitions easier for two rookie head coaches and further enhanced the legacy of Pat Riley. He claimed American Airlines Arena as his house. And then he invited some friends over. It doesn't matter whose idea it was to unite LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Wade on one team. The only reason the notion even arose was because number 3 was here. And boy, was this house party epic.
And Miami wins!
It's back-to-back titles for the Heat.
Wade played so many roles in those 4 years. From leading man to willing sidekick. From frustrated cheerleader to hobbled savior. Wade became the greatest athlete this corner of the country had ever known. Greater than any single football player in a once football-only town. And now he's gone. Wade's work here is done. Turns out he may not be a Heat lifer.
And welcome to the show. Welcome to Enough with the BS podcast starring your boys. I hope you guys know us by now. It's me, Tyler, with my boy Josh. Welcome back, Jay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be back.
I know we had last week off, and Jessica stepped in, did a pretty good job, as I might add, and it was very fun to have a female perspective on certain situations, especially with the Pat Summit podcast that we did. But this show is going to be about, this is part 1 of our 2-part series about pretty much free agency and what's going on in the world. This is going to be about Dwayne Wade, and we're going to be discussing some of the issues going on with our city and around the country on this. But first, we're going to go ahead and get right into D. Wade and that situation down there in the MIAO. If you first recall, Wade flirted with the idea of going to play for the Chicago Bulls back in 2010.
Yep.
But of course, he decided it was a better option to team up with LeBron and Bosh and form this super team. Now, the situation that happened with Wade and the Heat, if you guys haven't heard by now, Dwayne Wade is now a Chicago Bull. Has absolutely nothing to do with that being his hometown. Has nothing to do with some of his children is there. Well, no, he has custody of them.
Yeah, I think he does, yeah.
But he has family back in the shot.
Of course.
It has something to do with a misunderstanding. And I think that's pretty much going to be the topic of today's show.
Okay.
Misunderstanding. Dwayne Wade, after LeBron left, he was asked to take a pay cut for Luol Deng and Whiteside. Yeah, he opted out of his contract to go ahead and take that pay cut. Now, before LeBron even came, Wade took another pay cut to make sure they were able to get LeBron and Bosh on board. Then when it came time to pay up, which was this upcoming summer, what happened with the Miami Heat and Dwayne Wade?
$40 million.
$40 million. But not only that, their number one priority was Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah.
after they got finished with him,
Mm-hmm.
the number 2 priority was Kevin Durant.
Mm.
After Kevin Durant turned him down, and we're going to discuss you, KD, on part 2, Dwayne Wade later came back and was like, okay, well, I guess it's my turn. Let's break bread.
But do you know the guard for Miami? What's his name? Tyler Johnson.
Yes.
They matched the offer sheet. He got
They matched that?
50 million. What was it? Brooklyn, I think. They matched that.
Oh, pause. Oh, you just threw a loophole in the whole show.
I saw it on Justice Winslow's Instagram. He was
Let
welcome
me get
back.
this straight.
I believe the Nets offered him 4 years, 50 million. I believe.
I believe it was 50 plus. Take a look. See if you can find it on the list of
Let me see
contracts. It may be on there, it may be not, but
It
I
was
think
an offer.
you're
Yeah,
absolutely
it
right.
was
I
an
think it was
offer.
$50 million for Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is, Dwayne Wade was asked to take all these pay cuts.
You were right.
D Wade is
50
4 years,
million.
$50 million.
They matched it.
Dwayne Wade was the integral part of Miami having 3 titles.
Yeah. He won before LeBron even got there.
He was Miami.
Exactly.
And as you eloquently listened to on the intro,
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Wade made that a basketball town again.
Yeah.
I know you Heat fans that
Yeah,
are not really
show
Heat
up.
fans
Yeah.
don't know who Tim Hardaway is and only know
Alonzo
Alonzo Mourning from
Yeah.
sitting beside Pat Riley, and you may not know a name like a Ronnie Cycli or Glenn Rice.
Yeah. No. Who is those? Who is that?
Yeah, who are those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's foreign to you Heat fans that came over when LeBron came down. But back in those days, it was a Miami Dolphin city.
Oh yeah. Dan Marino owned that town.
Yeah, dominated by the Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins. Dwayne Wade came around and actually made that Wade County.
Yeah.
And how do you repay a man that turned a whole city and a franchise around, bought you 3 titles, and really was the main reason why Bosh and LeBron was in Miami?
Mm.
You lowball them.
Mm.
2 years, $40 million. And let me tell you why I know this was a decision just to go for Chicago
Mhm.
and how he was heartbroken. Chicago offered him 2 years, $47 million.
Mm-hmm.
Miami offered him 2 years, $40 million.
Yeah.
But in the state of Florida, it's tax free.
Taxes, yeah,
So once
yeah,
you
I heard
eliminate that, it's basically the exact same contract.
Yeah. Like I heard there was like a $3 million difference, if that.
But
so
he
it wasn't
left.
about the money. Yeah. It was just about the disrespect.
Yeah, and
That's what it came down to.
and Pat Riley is notorious for when he's finished with you, you're out the door.
Yeah. Bye.
Who cares?
But he preaches family. We
Togetherness,
take care of you.
yeah, we
but
take care of each
obviously
other.
don't. Yeah.
He straight destroyed LeBron on his way
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I mean, killed him.
Yeah.
How he's not really family and his
Nope.
smiling faces with hidden agendas.
Mm.
Oh, hidden agendas. That's another key word of this podcast, guys. But what are your thoughts about how that ended up?
Like you said, it's just a whole bunch of disrespect. Because, like you said, Wade, a few years ago, he opted out, just like LeBron and Bosh did. They all opted out. But Wade did it kind of like, I'm sure Pat Riley told him that if you opt out, I'll make it up to you.
Oh, I'm sure that was told.
I'm pretty positive.
What
yeah.
other way? Why would you take? I mean, I understand LeBron and Bosh,
Yeah.
but taking a pay cut for Luau Ding, obviously something was told to Dwayne Wade, like, hey, you're gonna get yours on the back end.
Yeah, and I want to say like he had like 47 million, 48 million, somewhere around there left over, and then he only took 20 last year, and I want to say he took a little bit less than 20 the year before that, so he's left, a good 15 million on the table just sitting there.
Yeah, at least.
And then Pat Riley, like he should have gave Wade $60 million. I mean, to make it up to him for opting out and helping out. He should have got $60 million. If you're gonna give Tyler Johnson $50 million,
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson, really?
Wade should have got a whole lot more. And I apologize about the sound. If it was a little bit low 9 minutes ago.
$50 million, like for Tyler Johnson, but you can't get that to Wade. And then they say, look at the Lakers. Look at the Lakers. They gave Kobe that big contract, and that has nothing to do with it. That's just about the man being loyal to
That's
you
it.
and your team and
Thank
your
you,
city.
Kobe Bryant.
Exactly. That was a thank you, Kobe gift. It didn't restrict them from doing anything else. So, like, it didn't handcuff the organization, like Fat Jason Whitlock was saying. It didn't, like, break down the organization or
Absolutely.
nothing.
Yeah,
They got it. Miami has it. Give it to the man. He deserves it. He's got you 3 rings.
Now, I didn't actually discuss this with you, and this is on a side note, has nothing to do with the Miami Heat. Because you mentioned the Los Angeles Lakers, I saw them in the summer league. What do you think about your young guys?
Brandon,
Russell looking good.
He does, and I don't know if I was telling somebody. I don't think it was you, but Russell needs to average like 30 points a game in the summer league. You played
He absolutely
all the
does.
last year. You played against NBA talent. Now you in there with rookies and D leaguers. You got to put up 30. He did great last night with that buzzer beater. I watched it. Brandon's kind of struggling. Like his first game, he did okay.
It was solid.
He was solid. Second game, they had I forgot his name. He played, of course, it's the Sixers. I forgot his name, but he's a little bit heftier than Brandon, and he was kind of pushing him around. So Brandon didn't have a good game last night.
I don't like the reaction after the game.
Yeah,
after
he
the
was-
game with the ice in the veins
Yeah.
and the tongue.
He
Come
was
on,
cussing. Like, did you see
Yeah.
him cussing on
Cussing in the interview?
Like,
I'm like,
come on, bro.
bro.
Chill out. Let's
Yeah,
chill.
that's a little too much.
It's summer
Let's-
league, yeah.
It's kind of
Ice in
act
your
like we've
veins.
been here before.
You
It's
didn't win
the
the
summer
championship.
league.
Yeah, you
It's
didn't
not
win a
even
ring.
preseason, which you're so happy about.
That's my one critique on him. So far, he's showing me something, but you gotta grow up, like you said, mentally. You can't get on TV like you Kobe Bryant and drop the S bomb.
Yeah, it's,
Kobe can do that, but you can't. Not yet.
you're not even. You're not even near a good player status
No,
yet.
no.
Like you're still. You're not even average. Like I would say,
That's
you
what I'm
sucked
saying.
last year.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
to be honest.
this is the summer league. You're playing D leaguers and rookies.
Yeah.
It is no need to get overly ecstatic about
didn't
hitting
like
a
that,
game-winning shot, pointing to your arm, saying I got ice in my veins.
Not-
When you're playing in freaking Las Vegas and not Los Angeles, pump your brakes.
Yeah, stop bumping up there. Just stop a little bit.
Pump your brakes.
But he's showing me something. He's being a leader on the court. Like you said, I mean, it wasn't in his summer league, but, he's showing me what he got. Like you said, no one's ever played horrible in summer league and tear up the league the next year, so
yeah.
he's got to do something.
But we're gonna circle back around to the D Wade situation and focus on what this actually means for the city of Chicago now. Dwayne Wade, of course, is 34 years old, but he averaged, and he was one of 13 players to actually average 19 points, 4 rebounds,
Okay.
5 assists.
Okay.
And he averaged 21 points a game in the playoffs. So that's still very, very productive. It's
He can be.
more than what we got out of Derrick Rose last year.
Yeah. And it's more than what you got out of Mike Dunleavy. So pretty much Jimmy's going to move to the 3. Wade at the 2.
Correct.
Rondo. You're
Rondo.
very backcourt heavy. Like, my thing is, what you going to do in the front court? Like, you got to
Well,
have...
We have our foreigner coming out, but he's a small forward,
Okay.
but he can play stretch forward. I know he's only 6'7", but it's the guy I was telling you remind me of Nocioni.
Okay.
I love him, but at the 4 position right now, for the time being, we still have Taj.
Yeah.
And we have Mirotic.
Okay.
The center, of course, that's pretty much Lopez's job to lose. Felicio was a foreigner that we had come on last year. He's in the summer league, and he's solid. He had a couple of 20-point games last year.
What about Portis? Where's he? A
And
small
Bobby
forward?
Portis.
Power
Portis
forward?
is a power forward.
Okay,
So he's
okay.
naturally, I wouldn't call him the backup power forward. He's
Yeah.
probably going to come in at the backup center role and then just go small.
Yeah.
Things like that. But I do love the makeup of this team.
It's a playoff team.
Absolutely
I don't know
is
if
a
it's a
playoff.
championship
No,
team.
no, I'm not going to kid myself.
Okay.
It's not a championship team by any stretch of the imagination. But what I love more than anything about this team and about the makeup now, I look at last year's team. We were completely soft.
Yes.
Completely soft. And it's led by your leader in Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Our most vocal leader was Joakim Noah, but Joakim went down a
Yeah.
season-long injury. So now he's out the picture. You're looking at your leader. Nobody really listened to Jimmy. And, on most teams, you look to your best player or the veteran.
Okay.
Our best player on the team was Derrick Rose.
That was true.
Our veteran was Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
two of the most soft-spoken people in
Yeah,
the NBA.
yeah.
So naturally, your team progresses to them.
Yeah.